No.
And did you ever get any money from Meyer Lansky?
I never got money from any of those fellas.
None of those
None
fellas?
of those fellas. None of these that I've been reading about, or none that I knew. They never gave me anything.
None of the Pichettes?
No. I don't even speak to it. I met that Charlie once or twice. I don't even talk to him.
You don't like it?
No.
Night Court with Joe Lanou, live on X.
Also known as Duck Corella.
I refuse to answer on the grounds of made intent to
You
criminate.
got any business?
I refuse to answer on the grounds of intent to criminate.
You have any profession?
I refuse to answer on the grounds of made
You
intent
have
to
any
criminate.
occupation?
I refuse to answer on the grounds of made intent
Are
to
you a
criminate.
known racketeer?
I refuse to answer on the grounds of made intent.
Good evening, folks. Welcome to the Grand Jury, our Friday night version of Night Court, where we watch the police use of force videos and kind of act as we act as a grand jury. We've got representation from law enforcement officers or former law enforcement officers. We have legal minds, and we have civilians, all to make their decisions. And we'll also get plenty of comments from our audience, as we always do. So I'm looking forward to that. But how's everybody doing? We're going into our Thanksgiving holiday week. My daughter is out of school, so pretty much it seems like our holiday is beginning. Is it like that for anyone else, or how's things going in everyone else's world? Let's start with you, Fidji.
Hey, the world's beautiful. We don't have snow. And hey, everyone.
Fidji's thankful for the lack of winter weather.
Amen.
Tactical engineer, how are things in your world? You have snow, right? You're in Massachusetts. We may be having some audio problems here. Jason, you got snow up there where you guys are at?
We did. It's melted now. We had it yesterday, and then we got some rain today, so it's gone. But it's getting cold.
Here in Texas, it is it's quite comfortable at about gets in the 40s at night, 60s, well, maybe 70s during the day, but it's been nice.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Testing. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we've got you now, Tactical. How much snow do you have up there?
I think we have a little bit on our mountains, but definitely not in the Bay Area, in Boston. So we're good for now, which is good. I like to keep it that way.
All right, folks, that's enough talking about the weather. I'm going to roll the first video and then get Lawyer Joe an invite. And let's go to where do we want to go first? We've got some good videos tonight, so I really want to take a look at these. Let's look at how things are done in Michigan.
How you doing, James? Come on out there, man. Come here. James, stop! 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 Get off the... Now! Get off! Now! Stop! 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 Now! Stop! Now! Get off! Get off now! I'm getting off! Right now! Get off! Now! I'm getting off! Go off! Step off! Shut it off and step off now! I am! Calm Get off! Calm now! You run, I'm gonna tase you, James. And I'm gonna... Drop the gun! Send me another unit now. Shots fired. Suspect pulled the gun. No, he shot. Stand by. Suspect reached for a gun. Got tased. Round discharge from his gun. Start JCA to another unit. Looks like he got shot in the hand.
Okay, well, let me put that back so you can finish reading it. Everybody getting the gist?
Pretty much. Can you go back one page so I can read like the last 2 lines? Please.
All right, sure. I told you I could. Let me know.
Okay, I'm good.
Okay, let's talk about that. The way we do this, Roger, we're going to start with you first. We're going to work our way up and get everyone's opinion and give a couple of quick comments on it. And you've seen the show before, for Elijah, maybe you haven't. Give a few comments on it and why you think that the scenario is the officer used deadly force. The officer would go before a grand jury to determine whether that deadly force was justifiable or not. You make that decision, and whatever comments you have that kind of support that decision and vote like a grand jury would. And we have unanimous vote. They would indict the officer. If they unanimous vote to not indict, then we would no bill them. So, Roger, we're going to start with you. And if you have any questions, want to run the video back, just let me know.
Yeah. No bill. And a swift kick in the ass for the dude on the lawnmower on top of everything else. He's riding the lawnmower that's got, it could probably hurt somebody pretty bad. And then grabbing a gun, he just shot himself. He was stupid. So
you think the officer's actions were reasonable?
Yes.
And you would be a no bill.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to take that to the bank. Let's go to Fidji.
No, Bill. I swear I thought that guy was going to jump off that mower and say, "I know my rights." But that was a no, Bill, because the cop was using the taser versus a gun. So I'm actually fairly impressed with that.
Well, he did shoot him. He tased him and shot him.
That's right. He shot him in the hand, didn't he? But he tased him first, and then the guy pulled the gun. Was that it? Was that the order of things?
Let's take a look. Okay, so the guy gets from right here. He's going to get off. Watch what he does when he gets off the vehicle.
You run, I'm gonna tase you, James. And I'm gonna
Oh, he went back in there.
drop the gun.
Okay.
Yeah, so he deployed tasing.
Send me
and
another
then
unit
shot.
now. Shot fired. Suspect pulled the gun.
No,
He shot.
Wait
Stand
a
by.
second. The gun is in his waist. Is that the gun in his waistband right there?
No, he reached down to the side of the lawnmower and picked it up. Let's go back to that.
Yeah, he did get it, but did he put it in his waistband? Because we never actually saw him point it anywhere. So he's getting the gun there.
Reaches down to get the gun,
Yep.
pulls the gun out, holding the gun with his right hand.
Is it aimed at the cop right now?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Right there it is, actually.
Okay, so
It's
he did
not
point it
aimed
at the cop. Yeah, that's a no, Bill.
But in your mind, it has to be pointed at the officer. Otherwise, then deadly force.
Well, if he was
One's
like,
concerned for their life until the gun is pointed at them.
well, my thought process on that was if he pulled the gun and put it in his waistband and it was never pointed at the officer or anything, then yeah, I think that's kind of abuse of force. But if he pointed it at the officer, like we saw in the video, then the officer was absolutely justified.
So, what do you think about just being non-compliant and then pulling a gun and putting a gun in your waistband after you've been non-compliant? Do you think that would be a reason for an officer to go, I should be cautious of this person?
Yeah, I'm not going to argue this one too much.
All right.
I just think it was strange.
So,
Like, I didn't see
it
him when
happened.
he with the gun, You know,
Well, yeah,
if
we're
I'm
talking about
take off running, I'm not leaving my gun.
well, we're talking about a low speed pursuit on a lawnmower. So the whole thing was a little odd.
Mm-hmm.
So you're no bill. Is that where we're at, right?
Yeah, I'm a no bill.
All right, let's go to Big Ron.
Well, Joe, I'd have to say I think this is the second or third video that you've brought up that gives us a high-speed pursuit on a lawnmower. I'm definitely going to go with the no bill. As soon as he pulled that firearm out of the side of that lawnmower, the officer took the action that needed to happen. Obviously, you never try to outdraw somebody who's already drawn. So, end of the day, he got what he got. So, no bill, I'm good.
Very well. Let's go to Tactical Engineer.
Yeah, I'd have to say no bill. He pointed the firearm at the officer. He pulled the firearm out already in a tense situation. I would say the thing that truly makes it no bill for me is, as it was for Fiji, the fact that he very clearly pointed it at the officer, and there was no doubt that he intended to harm that officer at that moment.
So that's a no bill for you, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Elijah, you're up. First time on. We appreciate you being here, but give us your legal opinion on this.
Are you on mute, Elijah?
Yeah, I'm showing you as mute, Elijah. You'll have to untoggle your mute. I tell you what, why wait on Elijah to get it sorted out. Lawyer Joe, what do you think about this one? Did you see enough of it?
I agree with excuse me. I agree with what Fiji said. Though I don't think they have to have. Sorry, my voice is really bad, but just got my dog back today, and I'm all excited. I don't think he has to point the gun directly at the cop because he got the gun out. So within the time, he could turn it to point it at him, even if he wasn't. So, but I think just the fact that he got the gun out showed his intent. So I agree with Fiji, though, no bill.
Very good. Elijah, are you back with us? Guys, getting bumped, but you got us now, Elijah?
He's having computer problems, I think.
He is. Let's go to Jason. I think I know what you're going to say on this, but I've got a question about this one. Give us your opinion on it first, and then I've got a question for you.
Okay. My opinion is no bill whatsoever. I actually think he shot himself in the hand from the response of being shot by the taser. And to anybody who thinks the gun needs to be pointed at you, it does not. You have to combine the response of non-compliance at the same time with weapons available to them. And I brought this in before, and Lawyer Joe brought it up just a minute ago. It's the action reaction. A guy with a gun versus a guy with a taser. By the time the officer has a chance to go from less lethal to lethal, he's dead. So cop's lucky, no bill, and I think he shot himself in the hand. I'm not sure how he got a bullet in his hand because the cop had a taser in his hand.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not 100% sure that he didn't shoot himself in the hand. It's very difficult to tell on this. But tell me about what the officer's doing right here. Okay, this officer just had an officer-involved shooting. Goes there to serve a warrant. This guy runs from him on a lawnmower. She's been dealing with all that. He tased him, and is either the guy shoots himself or he shot him. I think he's telling dispatch that he shot him. But what do you think about how much detail he's giving over dispatch right now? And I want you to tell me if that's something you would do in your department or recommend officers do.
Send me another unit now. Shots fired. Suspect pulled the gun.
No,
he shot. Stand by. Suspect reached for a gun. Got tased. Round discharge from his gun. Start JCA'd another unit. Looks like he got shot in the hand.
I don't have a problem with what he's saying. You really can't control what you're saying in that time. If a guy a round just went off and you got somebody at gunpoint, it's hard to control and go to a legal mindset of incriminating yourself or somebody else. It's in the moment. I don't think he said anything wrong. I actually think it helps his case. I'm totally fine with what he said.
I don't think he said anything wrong. What concerns me is when something like that happens, I think an officer needs to be quiet. What he's sending out over the airwaves is going to be recorded in dispatch, and then it's just like in this jury, people will assume things. Well, he knew this and he said that, so that must have been what it is. When he could be very well confused on, and like we are. I don't know if the officer shot him. He would probably know better if he actually discharged a round. But I just don't. That hit me as like I wouldn't have liked that. My advice to young officers would be not to do that.
You can just say, "Want a gunpoint? Start me more cars, please." I mean, you don't have to go into a dissertation.
And then I'm not saying don't announce it and call for the help that you need, but yeah, don't. He was grabbing for a gun and all this other stuff. I don't think that could be dangerous in certain situations. Okay, if we don't have any more, Elijah, are you with us? Do you want to make a comment on this one?
Can you guys hear me now?
I believe we've got you, my friend.
Yes, no, maybe.
Yeah, we've got you. Can you hear us?
Beautiful. So, yeah, I can hear you guys. So with regards to this, I definitely would go no bill. I do want to start out and say I think the officer's actions here were really commendable, because when the person is leaving on the lawnmower, he's obviously resisting the officer, so the taser is completely warranted, but he hasn't raised it to a level of deadly force. Now, when he does do that, when he goes for the gun, he doesn't even have to necessarily. If the officer sees a person reaching for something that they identify clearly as a gun, I would argue that he doesn't necessarily have to take hold of the gun, but I probably wouldn't like it if someone fired before he touched it. But that being said, he does not need to draw the gun, and the officer definitely does not need to wait for the person to point the gun at him before they fire. As soon as he has any sort of possession, or even, I think if he's touching it, you'd be, at that point, it is clear the person is intending to use or attempting to use deadly force on you. Therefore, responding with deadly force is warranted.
Well, let me ask you this. You're new to the panel, but I'm going to ask you a question I ask many people. Is the standard, do you have to prove intent, or is the standard what a reasonable person would believe standing in the officer's shoes as to whether or not their life could be in danger?
So the standard, you do not need to prove intent at all. You do need to prove what a reasonable person would believe. Now, a reasonable person, I would argue, a reasonable person would believe that if someone is reaching for a gun or touches a gun, or you can clearly see that they're reaching for a gun. Now, the reason I'm saying that clearly see that they're reaching for a gun is because arguably, if it's not necessarily a gun or gun-like, then an officer using deadly force in that situation, say he was grabbing his wallet or something like that, if it's not gun-like, and you have to go case by case with that. It's clearly gun-like, so the officer.
Well, I think it goes back to even if it's not. Well, we got you back again. But even go to the toy gun scenario. If it looks like a gun, an average person who walked up on the scene would believe it's a gun, then the officer can treat it like it's a gun. But that's correct. And I don't want to get hung up on this, folks. We have a lot of videos to go through. So I do want to say one more thing about this, Jason. At what point would you rip that dude off that lawnmower?
Immediately.
Yeah, I think I'd have grabbed a hold of him real quick. Our use of force videos, I think, would have been different with this cat. I'd have grabbed him by the arm and the back of his hair and yanked him off that damn lawnmower.
And real quick, 10 seconds to Elijah. I'm just going to, reaching for a gun in your hand, guy with a knife 15 feet away from you, reaching for the gun under the circumstances, it is a threat of deadly force. we can have a conversation offline about that, but action reaction is case law. It has been proven, and a lot of I think people don't understand what that means.
No, I agree. I think you take the totality of his resistance, driving off on a lawnmower, getting off. He didn't come off on the side the officer was. He goes off the other side, and then reaches back towards it. That could have been a cell phone or cigarette lighter, and he got aired out, and I would have still been on the side of the officer. I think that there was enough evidence there to say that. Let's go to let's say how they do a traffic stop in Florida.
How you doing? Good. Deputy Minsmeyer, Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office. Can I see your hands? All right, cool. Anybody else in your car?
Nobody. All the windows down.
Huh?
All the windows down.
All right, hop out real quick. Hey, whoa! Hey! Oh.
That one's pretty short and sweet. What do you think about this one? Roger.
Did you say me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. No bill.
Okay, Fidgy.
Yeah, that's a no bill. I didn't see anything there where that kind of happened really fast.
Well,
Gives a little
you don't have anything to say about. I mean, he didn't point it at the officer till he shot.
Oh, hush, Joe. I'll call defeat on that. I just didn't like it, you know.
How about? But hold up. Let's talk about reaction times. I mean, we just went over this other video. This suspect grabs that in odd. He doesn't have it in firing position when he first gets it. He's rotating it in his hands here.
He's
Not
rotating
pointing.
his hands to pointing at the officer.
Well, but look, there's a lot of time. If I pause it, there's a lot of time for the officer to think. But I mean, look at this in real time. Let's
In
watch
real
it.
time, that would be happening really fast, wouldn't it?
They had to slow it down.
Hey, whoa!
There it is. That's how fast it is.
I mean,
You're no bill, right?
Yeah, for having that reaction time. Because you know that happened pretty fast.
Well, yes, that's my point. So no bill?
No bill.
Tactical, what do you say?
Yeah, I have to say no bill on this one as well.
Okay. Let's go to Big Ron.
That would be the Tampa Bay area that happened in. Yeah, definitely no bill, and just another proof that in Florida we will shoot you back first.
Well, okay, I got it. You shoot him back first. You know, I'm looking at the setup. I put together a new setup tonight, and I don't like it. So my apologies, everybody's watching. I'll get this fixed, and we'll have a better setup so we can review and talk about them at the same time. But I'm not a big fan of what this is right now. I might like that better. What do y'all think?
Works for me.
I like
Okay,
that.
so that's a no bill. Let's go to Elijah. What do you think about this one?
Elijah said in the chat his connection issues.
He's having issues again. Lawyer Joe.
Yeah, no bill at all. Did that cop get hit or did he just trip while he was backing up?
You know what? I'm not sure. Let's see what it tells us at the end. Didn't say that the officer was hit, but he was moving backwards.
Oh, he must have tripped because I thought I was like, I don't know, because I didn't see the guy get out and like shoot at him first, so I was like, did he get hit and then jump back up to run after this dude? But I was about to be really impressed, but I'm still really impressed that he got away from him and shot him before he could get shot. So I'm glad he just tripped and didn't get shot. Anyway, no bill. He did a good job.
All right, then. Good. We got an attaboy from Lawyer Joe to the officer. That's a good thing. Jason, what did you see here?
It's a no bill, but Joe, do you recognize a training issue in this shot right now? The screen you have up on a traffic stop?
Yeah, 100%. I shouldn't have to get the flashlight out of my hand to put the gun in it.
Correct. Yep. But no bill.
Man, don't try to hit me with some rookie stuff like that, man.
I'm just testing you.
I had a FTO didn't do it to me, but I had an FTO that would tell a story, and I don't know if it was true or not, but he said he was training a deputy that continued to do that, and after a traffic stop, when the people during a traffic stop, he walked over and yanked the flashlight out of the deputy's hands and threw it off into the brush, and he had to go get his own flashlight back until he learned to put it in his non-firing hand. Yeah,
and here's a good kind of comment for people who've never been cops. When we train cops on traffic stops, because things can happen like this really quick, we always walk up, and it's not that we want to kill anybody, but gun in your non-dominant hand, dominant hand on your gun or close to your gun until you're comfortable to change that there's no threat. So if he would have had the flashlight in his left hand and his gun hand close to his gun or just sitting on his gun until you don't realize a threat, that 2 seconds of time could actually end up saving your life.
no, it's 100% right, and you don't have to fill that dominant hand with the gun. It just needs to be empty so that you can use it if you need to, especially on an approach like that. And B is kind of agreeing with Lawyer Joe. That's prohibited, B, on the show, agreeing with Lawyer Joe.
It 100% is encouraged.
I don't know. Let's say I would encourage it. Well, let's go to New York.
I think I've been.
Stop moving! Stop moving! Stop moving! Stop moving! No. Yes!
Stay on the ground!
Dogs hit! Dogs hit!
Let me see your hands! We're good! Let's go!
I'm right behind you, Josh. Right behind.
I think I've been. Stay on the ground! Let me see your hands! We're good! Let's go!
Get ready to take off. You're good, he's down. Seize! Fire! Seize fire! Seize fire! Seize! Yes, yes. Dog's hit. Dog's hit. I'm right behind you, Josh. Right behind you. Hands up. I got you. You're allowed to shoot, man. Get close. Get close. K-9 3-7. We need ambulance up here. A male with a gunshot wound. He's been shot. Down. Don't move.
Okay. Everybody good?
I need to know what happened to the dog.
The dog
I was
survived.
thinking the exact same thing.
Dog survived. Minor injuries. Let's go to tactical engineer. I'm going to go to you first on this one.
Yeah, so just to double check, like when the officer shot, it was they were ramming, the guy was ramming, or the suspect was ramming a vehicle into police cars, it looks like, right? Yeah.
Yeah, did you catch the whole scenario there? I don't know if everyone read that. This is a barricaded person situation. The officers arrived there, and actually I forget exactly why. Welfare. They go to a welfare check of a person at this residence, and this person fired a shotgun at the officers upon their arrival, then barricaded himself into the house after a long time of negotiating, several hours, as it says there. He had made his way out of the house, which I don't know if they didn't have enough to get it surrounded, but anyway, he's able to make his way out of the house to a detached garage, gets into a truck, backs that truck up with his dog and the shotgun in the car, backs it up and rams into the officers, and that's when the gunfire happened. So that's the background is how we got to the very beginning of this. If you watch from the Jones video, he makes it out of the house and into this garage. I'm going to mute it. Actually, I'm going to play this full screen. But they've got police have a drone up. They've been there for several hours negotiating with this guy in upstate New York. And there he backs it into the vehicle. They begin to air the cab of the truck out. So what do you think? Did you see more, or can you make a decision?
No bill.
No bill. Roger, what do you think?
No bill, and I'm glad that the dog got hit, unfortunately, but I think it's the dude's fault, not the officers. And I'm glad that nobody shot the dog from what I saw as he was running around. He was just going, "Whoa, what's going on?" So
he could have been struck with all the bullets going into the cab.
Yeah. But it's not the officer's fault. It's the dumbass who's driving the vehicle.
So you think the officer's use of force here was warranted?
Yes, definitely.
Reasonable? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Let's go to Big Ron. Tell me what you think.
Yeah, I'm going to be a no bill on this one. It's another one of those long, drawn-out cases. He had a shotgun in the car. He would have used it on those officers, given the chance.
Very well. And I believe we're to Fidji.
Yeah, I'm with Big Ron. That's a no bill. And
Easy no bill, right?
Yep.
Well, let's see what the attorneys think. Let's go to Lawyer Joe.
Okay, that looks like a Rottweiler, and fuck that guy for putting that Rottweiler in that situation. He deserved to die. I'm glad he did. What I'm going to shock everybody. I'm really surprised, happily so, that when the dog got out of the truck, they're saying the dog was hit and they didn't shoot the dog. Because let's face it, there are some bitch-ass cops who would have shot him. But they seemed actually concerned that the dog had been hit. So I like those guys. And no bill. And I'm glad the guy's dead. seriously though, they did fine, and I really was impressed that the dog gets out and they're like, the dog's hit, the dog's hit. They seem more concerned about the dog than the guy, which makes me happy. So cookies for everybody.
Well, I mean, the dog didn't present itself as a threat.
Well, it got out. Okay, but if a dog's been injured, it got out of the truck and just was trying to run away from them. But I like the fact that they were actually concerned that the dog was hit and they didn't shoot him. So good job, cops, not killing a dog.
Okay, well, so I'm taking that as a no bill.
Absolutely
your
no
show.
bill.
Elijah, is your connection stable enough to give us an opinion? All right, let's go to Jason.
No bill.
Do you notice anything weird about the audio in this?
Did I?
Yes. So I can catch some.
Not sure what you're referring to.
I got you. I think I've been.
That sound like normal audio to you? I got you. Did you hear it?
I heard that.
It sounded like a chick to me.
Was somebody hit?
I got you.
All right, you fired at him.
You think it was sped up, Joe?
They're disguising that voice. I think this is a rural area where the task force is also the SWAT team. So that means you got UCs out there. And that's the way my agency used to run it. I was also the SRT, or we call it SRT, but it's a SWAT team. We were the same guys. So I think they're disguising voices.
You're probably right. I didn't pick up on that.
I just thought it was interesting. So it's a no bill for you. It's a no bill for me. I think 100% officers were justified using the force that they used there. So now we're going to Paw Paw, Michigan, for our northern friends up there. Paw Paw, Michigan. If anybody ever knows where that's at, I'd like to know more about it.
How we doing, Jeff?
How you doing?
Good.
You can't stop me right now.
Why is that?
Because I'm turning myself in before 2 o'clock. I gotta go to Walmart, the gas station, and take this truck back home, and I'm being brought back to town.
Okay, roll the window down for me.
No.
Well, roll the window down. Jeff, if I have to smash the window, you're gonna catch another charge. Okay? Hop out the truck, and we can talk about it, Jeff.
No, we're not.
Jeff, hop out of the vehicle. Who are you trying to call? Okay, and I'll make a phone call.
You can do it right now before I take off.
Okay, well, how about the truck then? Who are you trying to call?
I'm calling, right now I'm calling Kurt the Bondman, because he always talks to the captain. I'm turning myself in before 2 o'clock.
Jeff, if you leave, you're going to be committing a flee and elude. Okay, well, I still need you to get out of the vehicle, okay? Jeff, you're going to catch another charge, buddy. You're going to end up going to prison if you end up doing something
I'm going
stupid.
to prison anyway. That's why I'm turning myself in. You've been good to me, man.
I know, and I'm trying to be polite and trying to help you. But put the car in park.
1304.
With them, we're westbound from Michigan. Northbound on the 57. Turning on the 39. Turning north on the 39. miles an hour, no traffic.
From northbound 39th Street, 60 miles an hour, no traffic, 1311.
Following stop.
Copy, following stop, 1312.
Following stop.
Hands up! Copy, following stop, 1312.
What don't you understand? Keep them there. My phone, I keep it at 2 o'clock. Why are you not doing that?
Get out. Open it. Open it. I'll smash it. Open.
I'm gonna.
Open it now.
I am. Don't grab me. I'm already hurt.
Hop on out. Step out.
I'll get out. Can my brother come get my truck?
Quit reaching.
I ain't got nothing, dude.
Turn around, face the car. Turn around, face the car now.
I am.
Turn around and face the car.
Which way?
Right there.
There's a couple of interesting points in there, Jason, and if anybody else can pick them up. Went through the village of Paw Paw, Michigan. All right, let's go to Roger. What do you think about this? This guy had a warrant for his arrest. They stop him in town. He's like, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to turn myself in later. He goes to drive off, and the officer gives him, airs out his tires.
No bill. He has a warrant for a reason. So, he's saying he's going to show up at 2, but I'm sure he told the judge he's going to show up on that warrant. And airing out his tires was actually, I think, was a really smart idea because he was able to safely stop eventually. And I could be wrong on that part, but
so you're okay with the force used?
I'm sorry?
You're okay with the force used? That would be a no bill, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Fidgy.
Yeah, that's a new bill. I thought they ended it well. It was smart of the cop to slash the tire and all. But the only thing I had was when those 2 officers were approaching towards the front once they got them stopped, it seemed like they should have had some space between them. If the guy held up a gun and shot at one of them, he could have easily hit the second one. I think if there was some space, that would have been a little harder. That would have been more protective. That's the only thing I noticed.
Okay, but a no bill, some issues with some tactics, in your opinion?
Yeah.
Okay. Big Ron, what do you think?
Yeah, it's definitely no bill for me. And like I said at the beginning of the video, smart idea for the officer to go ahead and pop those tires on his way out.
But let's see if we can get Elijah connected in here. Elijah, how's your connection now? He's having a heck of a time with it back and forth. He's dropping in and out.
I think I saw he said he was driving.
Yeah, that could be. Maybe he'll get to a good spot here soon. But the Lawyer Joe, what do you think about this one?
I actually wondered what the cop was doing when he was walking away from the vehicle. I didn't realize that he had slashed the tire. That was actually a smart move. Yeah, no bill. That guy was.
Well, hold up. You didn't see the tire slashing?
I didn't know what he was doing when he was walking back. I was more paying attention to the guy, like the truck cab, wondering if he was going to shoot or do something. Right here, I didn't realize what he was doing. Like, I didn't know what he was doing there, so. Yeah. I think that was a really good idea. No, I mean, other than the only thing, it could be really dangerous if that tire just blows out and that guy, shit driving. But I think it would cause less issues than a high-speed chase through a little tiny town for longer than what had already went on. So, I mean, no bill. I think the cops did fine. And I actually didn't know they just slashed his tire.
Yeah, it was a
So
pimp move. I'm going to give him that.
So no bill, yeah.
Okay, Elijah, I'm going to check you one more time. If not, I'm going to move on to Jason. Go ahead, Jason. What did you see on this one?
What's the warrant for? I missed that.
You know what? I don't know that it actually says, but let's go back and look. It didn't say what his original warrants were for. The guy knew he was wanted. It seemed like there's they were familiar with each other. Okay. So does it matter to you, Jason?
It does. Puncturing somebody's tire. Is he a violent person, or that's what I'm not. I'm not disputing what the cops did here, but the reason for puncturing the tire is kind of what I'm curious about. Why did you have to do that? I don't know. Policy wise, I think there might be some issues here. I did not like the approach. If you're doing a felony stop on a crime that's not a felony, I don't know why you need to do that. I don't like the fact that this squad car pulls up in front of them. That's horrible. This is not a felony stop. Yeah. No bill.
Hang on. Would it make a difference is if that old man right there that this other guy goes shoulder to shoulder with him is the actual sheriff, sworn sheriff himself, the one who's elected by the people? And that's why this deputy got out of the way and let the sheriff go up there, because the sheriff only answers to the people. Nobody's going to fire him if he damages the vehicle. So, and go back to Fiji. That's why that other deputy's there. He's there with him in case this guy shoots in that direction. There's a better chance he shoots him and not the sheriff. But they're familiar with they're familiar with each other. Otherwise, this guy right here would be skating in some dirt.
Well, small town and all. Was the sheriff one of those two guys that approached from the front?
The sheriff is the oldest man there.
Okay. Yeah.
He's the guy who gets out of the silver SUV. And that's okay. Go back here. Because I thought, Jason, did you not think this was weird when this guy is number one in the lead? He's the guy who initially stopped him. And then he gets here and he gets over and yields way to another vehicle to take the lead in the pursuit. And that happens, but I was like, I don't know about that. And then when he goes and gets in front of the vehicle, because what Jason's talking about is you don't use your vehicle as a block, a roadblock. It's against most policies because of liability issues. But this guy goes in front and does what sheriffs will do. They'll do some cowboy shit. And that's what he does. He gets this guy stopped. But his buddy deputy there, he's going to get shoulder to shoulder with him to make sure that the high sheriff himself is not shot.
My observations, I don't know. My observations were I don't understand why you're puncturing a tire for a non-felony warrant, whatever. I mean,
well, you don't know it's not. You don't know if it's a non-felony. We just don't know if it was.
Well, was it a warrant? What's the warrant for? Did he kill somebody?
Well, I don't know what the warrant's for, but he said, I'm going to turn myself in at 2:00, and the officer is like, no, that's not going to happen. I don't know what the history is behind it.
It says that he was a wanted suspect. So that makes me think that it was probably a violent crime.
He threatened to damage the deputy's vehicle and stated he was okay. Again, up here, we don't pursue unless it's a person's crime. Damage to property, we don't pursue. And that's why it goes back to why, obviously, these people know each other. There's more to this thing than I can comment on.
I would say there's some history between law enforcement and particularly this sheriff's office and this one individual. And in a small jurisdiction like that, yeah, I can probably see that. I don't fault the officer for what he did. Now, if this person was, say it was not his vehicle, or it had some third party interest in it, some of the things Jason's saying is correct. Your agency could be online for damages to the vehicle, both the tire and results of you slashing the tire. But I don't think that was the case in this one. Let's go to New Jersey.
Guns out, be careful. Put your hands. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Open the car. Open the car. Open the car. Show me your hands. Show me your hands. Show me your hands. Get against the car. Get against the car. Get against the car. Put your legs open. Put your phone. I'm going to detain you right now. I'm going to detain you right now. You know right now. That's all we got so far is 422. One more detention. 422, 1 minute. Yo, where you going? I'ma shoot you. I'ma shoot you. I'ma shoot you. Yo, stop. Stop. Don't move. Don't you think about moving. Move. Get him on the floor. Get him on the floor. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Back up. Shots fired. Shots fired. Start EMS. Please the halter. Please the halter.
Well, I guess the self-driving on that Tesla didn't work.
Hey, send EMS my way ASAP. We got 1 more hit. Yeah, stand by. Alright, EMS being notified. Stand by with him. Yo, this guy's hit. Come on. Inside the car. Yeah. No, he's hit inside the car. Yeah, he's in here. He's in there, bro. Let me see. Can you see him? Open the door. Open the door. Can you open that door?
How many? You just need one ambulance?
He's hit. From the back?
Was that an alternator?
He's in that?
Yeah, it looked like something coming out of the engine department, didn't it?
Yeah.
Put your hands. Put your hands up.
Let me see your hands. Get out.
Open the car.
Get out. Open the car. Get out. Get out of the vehicle.
Show me your hands.
Get out of the vehicle. Keep your hands up.
Show me your hands. Get against the car.
Put it against the car.
Get against the car. Put your legs open. I'm going to detain you right now. I'm going to detain you right now. I'm going to let you know right now. That's all we got so far. Yo, where you going? I'm gonna shoot you. I'm gonna shoot you. Yo, stop. Stop. Okay. Don't move. Don't you dare move. Don't you dare move. Get out. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Don't you dare move. Yo. Back up. Stand by.
All right, EMS being notified.
Everybody keeping up? Or I need to pause?
Pause. Can you go back?
I can make it faster. Officers drive by, they run the plate, comes back 99 or stolen. Got a hit on it. So they pull in front of it. It's occupied one time by a passenger in the passenger seat. So they take him into custody. And as they're doing that, the driver who was ultimately shot walks out of the convenience store that they're parked in front of, jumps into the vehicle. He's wrestled by the officer, and then he puts the vehicle in drive while the officer is still standing between the door and the passenger compartment, pushing the officer backwards. The officer that actually does the shooting tells his officer to back up, get out of the way, get out of the way. When the officer's out of the way clear, he puts some rounds into this cat. He ultimately takes off, hits a building, and TCs or traffic, destroys vehicle, can't continue. And that's where he's apprehended and hospitalized, expect to survive his injuries. Did that help? Or do you still want me to go back?
No, that's fine.
Hey, send EMS my way.
So let's go with you, Fidgy. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm a no bill.
No bill?
No
Okay.
bill. He wrestled with the cops and obviously was trying to get away.
Big Ron, what do you think?
Yeah, it's definitely no bill for me.
Fair enough. Sanctuary State of New Jersey, Derp says, yes, Sanctuary State, it's New Jersey. So let's go to Roger. What do you think about this one?
Sorry, I couldn't get my mouse to work. No bill.
And now Tactical question is I don't know if that's an alternator or maybe a transmission part in the back of that car. I wonder if they had some like stolen parts in the back there. See if I can pause that. You guys see that? What is that?
That looks like part of the. Is that part of the engine? Nah.
Well, I wonder if they had some other parts in the vehicle. Other stolen.
Yeah, it's not in a box. It looks like the edges are a box. I can't really tell.
Or a gearbox. That might
Yeah,
have
gearbox,
popped up.
maybe some sort of a turbo contraption. I'm not sure what it is, but it didn't look like it should be in the passenger compartment of the vehicle.
Mhm.
So, no bill for you, Fidgy?
Yeah, no bill.
And I think that's it. I was with you, wasn't I? We were.
No, I think you passed me. I think you were on Roger. Or Roger just gone.
I think I was on Roger. No, but no bill, Roger, right?
Correct.
Okay. Now, Fidgy, I didn't mean to just abruptly get a yes or no from you. You can give us your opinion.
Well, this would be the third time I've gone. I think you're on Tactical.
All right, I'm not going to ask you again then, Fidgy. We just not going to give an opinion on this one. Let's go to Tactical.
Yeah, I would say no bill. It seems like he was definitely using a deadly weapon as a deadly weapon in that instance. I will say, though, I do have a problem with that officer that was touching that that detainee's phone and violating his rights by doing so. I'm not talking about physically taking the phone. I'm talking about turning the phone off or touching, like messing with the phone in that way.
Okay, I have to interject. He actually isn't violating his rights. As long as he wasn't doing a search of the phone, just handling it, putting your hands on it, turning it off, like to save battery, to turn the sound down, those are not considered Fourth Amendment violations.
Well, I guess maybe not in this instance, perhaps then. But definitely, if you're recording, then yes, that is definitely a violation of your rights.
If you're
Well,
recording what?
that would be the cop would then have to take the phone from you. This guy was already being detained. There's a difference
That phone
between.
is evidence, folks. That phone is going to go into evidence because now you're going to figure out who's involved in the theft of this car.
Look, I was just saying that it's not a violation of his Fourth Amendment rights because he was already being detained. So the cop had a right. He doesn't have a right to search it, but he does have a right to take physical possession of it.
That's true. But let's say, for instance, to stop a recording, you have to interact with the phone. Wouldn't that be considered a search?
Yeah, that's complete. Sorry, I kept hitting mute. and
You're,
unmute.
you're gonna turn it off to preserve the battery. No,
Yeah.
it's not a search.
If the guy was filming and not doing anything wrong, wasn't detained, and the cop came up and grabbed his phone, yes, that's a violation of your rights. But this guy he was being detained. The cop took the phone, turned it off, I'm guessing because it was ringing, turned it off. Nothing in that is a violation. Now, if a cop goes up and grabs your phone from you and you're not being detained, yes, that's a different, but that has nothing to do with this situation.
Fair enough.
No, and that phone will absolutely be evidence. It's got GPS data on it. It's got phone contacts. If they're going to try to sell the car, if there's we are seeing actual car parts in there where those may have been, where their last locations have been. That phone is evidence for the crime. But let's go to you, Tactical. Oh, you've already said, right? It's a no bill for you with the exception of a suspect search of the phone.
Yeah, no bill.
Perfect. All right, Lawyer Joe, what do you think about this one?
I actually agree. I didn't see anything. I was confused about who drove away in the car. I'm like, wait a second. This guy, they're walking the guy over here and then I realized it was the other guy that came out of the convenience store. But yeah, I got it. I picked up on it afterwards. But yeah, I mean, they didn't I will never understand putting your life on the line over a traffic stop. Yes, I understand this was more than a traffic stop because they stole shit, but yeah, that just, yeah, I don't think the cops did anything wrong right there except the one almost got run over, but that wasn't really his fault. But as far as like, there isn't even a civil case there, Joe, because they will need to get a warrant to search that phone though, but I'm gonna guess when they get a warrant for the other search stuff, they'll get a warrant for that too. And that's all I got, no bill.
Okay, Jason.
How deep do you want me to go on this, Joe?
Hang on.
That's all we got.
No, I'm missing the spot that I want you to make a comment on.
That's all we got so far.
I want to get to when he first approaches this cat.
Show me your hands. Get against the car. Get against the car. Get against the car. Spread your legs open.
There you go, right there. What about that tactic? Spread your legs open. Do you like using that, Jason?
No, you have a stolen vehicle. The approach is horrible.
Can you explain why? Like, I have no idea. Why is it bad? Like, why is it horrible?
You shouldn't be out there telling anybody to spread their legs. Spread your feet.
Well, aside from that, Jason,
It sounds like a sexual assault lawsuit.
Right. It spreads your feet. Don't spread your legs.
Seriously, if you run a plate and it comes back stolen, and this goes back to what I said, you got all the time in the world here. They don't know you're on them yet. You don't have to approach right there. They could have formulated a game plan and do an actual felony stop. It's a stolen vehicle. It's a felony. I don't agree with the approach of the vehicle. I don't agree with the tactics that these officers use in any way, shape, or form. This could have been much more organized. And if they want to flee after the cops are behind them, so be it. But I don't like the way they approached a stolen vehicle that's occupied next to a convenience store that you don't know who's in there. If I was on this scene, I would have backed off. Maybe let them drive away a little bit and then try to make a traffic stop in a better spot. But I think the cops, again, I'm not ripping on what they did. You get a stolen hit and you just want to go, but it's better to just back off, do an actual felony stop. You can box them in, get the hell out, and then come up behind them, order them out. It's a really bad spot for a felony stop right there. And as far as the phone goes, the last thing on their mind in this moment is the goddamn phone. Nobody cares about it. We just want to make the scene safe. I'm rambling here, but I did not like the officer's tactics on this at all. I'm not billing it because of what just happened, but they did what they responded to somebody's reactions, but I think it could have been handled better.
Okay, I want your opinion on the Superman into the back seat. The officer has the wherewithal when he's on the passenger side with the guy who's trying to drive off to go back and get this guy out of the way. See how fast you can get in the police car? Pretty damn quick.
The last thing I've seen, the last thing you want to do as a cop is get drugged by a car and you're dangling out. That's
100%.
Like I said, it goes back to it just could have been handled more professionally in my
Okay,
opinion.
would you give them any points for the Supermaning into the back seat of the car?
No.
I'm deducting points for spread your legs because I just think that at some
I've
point.
never said that.
Right.
But no.
No, I've worked with a couple of guys that had to get on them, but I was like, man, you can't be out there just telling people to spread their legs with a gun. Like, well, they know what I mean. I was like, yeah, but you're being recorded. It just sounds horrible. Okay, we beat this horse to death. It's a no bill for me. I think the officers, I've got some issues with their tactics on that, but in New Jersey, that may be just the way they do it. So I'm not going to beat them up too bad, but I think the officer was warranted. Let's go to California, talking about beating up on blue states.
Knox County 911, where is your...
Yes, I need a cop out here now. You say,
what is
I need him now.
What is the address?
2625 View Street.
2625 what?
Fairview Street, and he has an accident he's had, and I need a cop out here now.
Okay, Belvoir Avenue or Fairview Street?
Fairview Street.
Fairview. What, man, hello?
Chris,
what's going on?
He's got an axe. I need some help now, please.
Okay, what kind of help, ma'am? Talk to me. What's going on?
He has an axe. He stayed here for a while, and I towed him out. All right, he's back. He said, my car up, broke the windshield. He said, has an axe going out to my son.
Hey, put the knife down. Put it down.
62-1 at gunpoint. And he's got the axe.
Put it down right now. Put it down. Put it down right now. Put it down right now. Put it down. Put the axe down. Put the axe down. Do it now. Put the axe down. 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 Put it down right now. Put it down. 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 Don't reach for it. Don't reach for it. Don't reach for it. Put it down. Put it down. Hey, don't reach for it. Hey, he's down. Stop reaching for it. He's down, dude. He's down.
Where are you guys at? Did he just run up there with a taser?
Drop the gun! Drop it!
Right now.
Drop it!
Put it down. Put it down.
Drop the axe now!
Put it down.
Well, command voice is on the scene.
Put it down. Put it down. Don't reach for it. Don't reach for it. Don't reach for it. Put it down. Hey, easy. Relax. Put it down. Relax.
Hey, don't reach for it. Hey, he's down. Stop reaching for it. He's down, dude. He's down.
38 suspect. Suspects armed with a machete. Correction, an axe. 38 shots fired. Shots fired. Suspects down. Hey, stop it, stop it.
Don't reach for it. Put it down.
Hey, easy, relax.
Put it down.
Relax. Hey, don't reach for it. Hey, he's down, he's down.
Stop reaching for
Stop,
it.
he's down, dude, he's down. 38, we're on correction, Fairview, just west of Washington Pike. Easy, settle down, guys. Hey, hey, hey.
Roll over.
Roll
dude.
over. Roll over away from the
Stop
axe.
the axe.
Roll away from the axe. Roll away from the axe.
Wanna go hands on her ass?
Do it.
3436 Charlie, any other unit?
We're good.
Someone get up.
If I take it. Got it. I got it. Free, guys, free.
Where's the axe? Hey, grab the axe. 38 Charlie. Code J1 in custody. 1047 for a male. Conscious and bleeding. Multiple gunshots to the chest.
Which one? Where? Here and here? I only shot one. Just one. I shot one. In
I'm
the
gonna
front or
get
the
my
back?
big
Front.
kit.
Okay.
It's low enough he needs to rock that.
What do we need? We got saw sponges.
Don't be reaching for stuff, okay? We got an ambulance on the way.
Our victims and all that.
Okay, dude.
See, not a tourniquet. She didn't know what to do.
Do we need anything?
Hey, we need go ahead.
Okay.
You know what? This is not the information, guys. I have messed up some editing. Let me see if that's all the way through. Well, my apologies. Man with an axe call is all I've got on you. Domestic disturbance. That's how you're going to have to judge it.
That lady definitely didn't sound like someone who lives in Santa Monica. I'm just saying.
So you're
Well-
disputing the location, jurisdiction
Alabama.
already, counselor?
No, you said at the beginning it was California, and then hearing that lady talk, and then hearing the guy with the axe talk, and everyone else. I've been to Santa Monica. That doesn't sound like Santa Monica, but anyway.
Okay. You may be right, but I still think that it is Santa Monica, but I'll go back and do some research. I'll pull it. I don't have it in front of me, but let's go to Roger. What do you think about this? If anybody wants to see anything again, let me know. I'll roll it back.
No, Bill, because he got the guy got within the 21 foot. Though it's looked like the officer actually walked up too close at one point. Now I could be wrong, but like when he's backing up here and then they started going around, and he walked up on him, and that's what it looked like to me.
Well, wouldn't you think at some point during this interaction between law enforcement and this gentleman with the axe, this officer is going to have to walk up to him and make some sort of a custodial arrest?
Not while he's got the axe in his hand.
Okay.
He needs to get either get him to drop it or something, or see right here that he ended up having to shoot him because he let him get too close.
Okay, so would you no bill this or indict the officer?
No bill.
Okay. Tactical, what do you think?
Yeah, I'd have to say no bill. It's a 21-foot rule. We're cut. I
Okay.
do understand what you're saying in terms of like the officers allowing him to approach, but like honestly, he's clearly trying to like he wasn't even trying to run. Like my thing is, if somebody's trying to run and the officers are pursuing, and then I might have something to say about it. But if he's like approaching them, or if they're approaching the officers while they have their guns drawn, it looks like suicide by cop to me.
So you're saying that the actor, in this case, the person with the axe, uh, one would believe their intentions are to harm you and or kill you, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I would say so. Like if they're approaching, especially if
Therefore
you're
giving the
armed and
officer
drawing.
justification to use deadly force against deadly force being used against him.
Yeah,
Is that-
because
is
would a
that where we're
reasonable
at?
person, feel the need to use deadly force? And I would say, yeah, a reasonable person would feel that if somebody's approaching you with an axe, especially if you already drew your firearm out and they're still approaching you, they have a death wish, or they're trying to kill you. Either way,
So-
not chances to take.
Very well. That's a no bill for FT. Let's go to Fidji.
Yeah, that's a no bill. He was coming towards him. The female cop needs some training and to check her life-saving bag. That was pretty bad. I'll just shuffle through these for a while, look like I'm doing something.
Well, she
But,
was like trying to read the instructions to figure out which one you might need. If it's not a tourniquet, they just didn't know what to do. That was interesting.
Yeah, where was
Okay.
he shot exactly? It looked like he was almost shot in the.
Looks like lower left rib cage.
Oh, okay. But is that the bullet hole there on the t-shirt?
Yes, I think
Okay.
that's an exit though.
Okay.
But I'm not sure yet. But in that region is where he was struck. It's gonna be
Yeah,
painful.
that's a no bill. He was. I don't know. It almost looked like he was trying to suicide by cop.
I believe he survives, but no bill is what we're getting out of that, right, Fidji?
Yep.
All right, let's go to Lawyer Joe.
Yeah, no bill on that one. I agree with the suicide by cop because earlier when he was walking kind of towards the cop and the cop's telling him to put it down and he kept telling him to fire. He's like, fire, fire, fire. And then he said he couldn't put it down. He said he couldn't put the axe down. And then the cynic in me, when the cop shot him, was like, well, I guess you could put it down, couldn't you? But yeah, no bill. The dude had an axe.
Okay, Jason, what do you think?
No bill.
Yeah, I think it's a simple no bill. My only criticism is that it was really strange, but I'm talking crap actually. If any one of us were there on that scene, it'd be a day you'd remember for the rest of your life. I mean, it's pretty intense. So, talking a little smack about her going through the aid bag when just get a compression on it, pack the wound. It's about all you can do. But in my mind, she's thinking, well, I can't put a tourniquet on that because cops love putting tourniquets on shit. But no bill for me. Let's go to Arizona. See how they burglarize things in Arizona.
Phoenix 911, where's your emergency?
There's a guy in our alley doing drugs. I don't know what he's trying to get over a gate or something.
Okay, what's the address where you're located?
He's in the alley though.
Okay, and what was the emergency? What was happening there?
He's trying to get over a gate or something. I don't know what he's doing.
And it was a transient, or do you know them?
No, I don't know. He's doing drugs right now in the alley.
Okay. And are they trying to get over the gate to your home?
Yes.
Okay.
He's wearing a red cap and gray pants and a jacket. I don't know what he's doing.
All right.
But the dogs are freaking out because
Yeah, just continue to stay on the line with me. And it was what was the color t-shirt and pants he was wearing? If you could
Gray,
see.
light gray. I think they're sweats, and he's wearing a red cap.
I need you to take a seat. Take a seat. Sit down. Sit down. Keep your hands out of your pocket. Out of your pocket. Get your hand out of your pocket. Slowly pull your hand out of your pocket. I need you to slowly pull your hand out of your pocket. Hey, slowly pull your hand out of your pocket. I do not want to shoot you. I need you to see what's in your hand. I need you to slowly pull your hand out of your pocket.
You're being detained. Sit down. We're investigating a possible crime. Sit down.
Walker,
You need to comply right now. You're going to get hit with a rubber bullet.
Walker, I'm letting you talk. Slowly pull that hand out.
Do not be dumb. Do not be dumb. You're going to get hit with a rubber bullet.
Dude, get your hand out right now.
I can't see his hand.
He's got a gun! Hey, get back behind cover.
Push, follow me. Back. You're going to get hit with a rubber bullet.
Dude, get your hand out right now. Get your hand out. He's got a gun!
733 Ocean 998. 998. You're going to get hit with a rubber bullet.
Dude, get your hand out right now. Get your hand out.
He's got a gun!
What's happening? Joe, you there?
Sorry, folks, got pulled away with a phone call. My apologies. Anybody want to see anything on that? Or are we pretty clear with this one? Any rereading to do? Okay, let's go to. I'm sorry, Fidgy, say again.
Did he die?
He was definitely DTR.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. What do you think about it, Fidgy?
I think it was a no bill. You know, good.
Okay, everybody knows that it wasn't a real functional gun; it was a replica gun.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. They can't tell if it's a replica or not. Drug-addled robber gets shot. Big deal. Sorry, I don't have much sympathy there.
Okay. That's a no bill for Fidgy. Tactical, what do you think?
Take a seat.
You with us, Tactical? All right, let's go to Big Ron.
Talk about pucker factor on the Crossfire. Yeah, I'm okay with it. Definitely no bill on that one.
Yeah, it's tight quarters there for sure. No bill for Big Ron. Tactical, are you back with us? How about Roger? You with us, Roger?
Yeah. No bill.
No bill?
No bill.
Lawyer Joe, fake gun. It wasn't a real gun. He could have not have injured those police officers. So tell us what you think.
No bill on criminal charges because they gave him a chance to. I mean, look, one, he was probably smoking meth because that's usually what people are smoking in the alleyways, according to my education. Anyway, the cop told him to sit down like 5 times. They told him to put his, pull his hands out slowly. He could have not died by just being like, hey, I mean, what was the most they were going to do? Get him for, smoking drugs in the alleyway? It's probably a misdemeanor of that in Arizona. And he decided not to. And you pull a fake gun. If I'm in their place, I'm going to assume it's a real gun too. So, Bill, no dogs were hurt, so we're good.
Well, I think most reasonable people would have assumed it'd be a real gun as well, Laurie Joe. So that's a no bill for you, correct?
Yes.
All right, Jason.
No bill, but did the 40 mil click?
It did.
It said it malfunctioned.
Yeah, it clicked.
I don't know if anybody else picked up on that. I think he tried to fire the 40 mil before shots were fired.
Yes,
No
the
bill
40 mil
either way.
malfunction, the less lethal 40 mil malfunction. But
Thanks
that's
for
when the
laughing at
suspect
me. I thought that was a good observation.
That was a great observation. Oh, I'm glad you got it. Actually, I was letting everybody go through, and you picked it. But yes, the 40 mil failed. The suspect pulled the replica gun out and pointed it towards the, I believe the officers that we're seeing it standing right in front of us. But I say it's no bill too. Pretty simple one, I believe. But let's go to Tennessee.
20 be advised, 645 code 3540 Claiborne Street. The complainant advised they need their girlfriend removed due to the girlfriend having a gun.
11 Charles, I got one running.
41 related time vehicle.
Hey, come here, man. 11 Charles, I got one running. Come here. Charles, shots fired, suspect down, shots fired. Give me the code 5000. See your hands down. Lay on your stomach. Where's the gun?
The officers hit.
Where's the gun?
I threw it.
Get on your stomach. Get on your stomach.
For 5000. It's going to be 540. Special all cars. 20 be advised, 645 code 3540 Claiborne Street. The complainant advised they need their girlfriend removed due to the girlfriend having a gun.
11 Charles, I got one running.
41 related time vehicle.
Hey, come here, man. 11 Charles, I got one running. Come here. Charles, shots fired, suspect down, shots fired. Give me the code 5000. See your hands down. Lay on your stomach. Where's the gun?
And he called out the code 5000 pizza party over the radio.
Get on your stomach. Get on your stomach.
For 5000. It's going to be 540 Claiborne Street. That's 540 Claiborne Street. Shots fired. Time is 12:52.
That cop sounds like he got hit.
Don't touch it. Do
Or
not
he needs to
reach
stop
for
smoking.
it. Do not reach.
35 Charles, the same call.
Do not reach for that gun.
I'm not.
Don't reach for me.
Charles, everybody stay out there. Just go to him.
The gun's right next to his left hand.
Don't move, man. Do not move one single bit, all right?
Hermitage. Is that the way you say that?
How is it spelled?
Hermitage.
Hermitage?
Yeah, that could be it too. All right, let's go to the panel. Fidgy, you want to go first?
Sure. That was a no bill for me. I mean, he fired at the cop, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't have, that's a no bill.
Okay, no bill for Fidgy. Big Ron?
Yep, no bill for me. Play stupid games, win super prizes.
Y'all notice he was shot amongst the buttocks and legs. He literally got shot in the ass.
That's one of those $1 million wounds, but I guess the government keeps all that money.
I guess. Tactical. What'd you think? Roger.
No bill. That Frank Burns shot, yeah, no bill.
Fair enough. Tactical, you back with us?
Yeah, sorry, I have to go to the bathroom. Yeah, I'd say no bill on this one as well.
Fair enough. Lawyer Joe.
Yeah, no, Bill. He shot at the cop and he likes to commit domestic violence, so fuck that dude. But in this scenario, he shot at the cop first. What did he expect? And I think it's funny he got shot in the ass.
Okay. Jason, what do you say about this one?
It's no bill, but I got a question for you guys. The best thing I saw in this video was what? Somebody answer that question. I've said this numerous times. What'd that cop do?
Took cover.
Yes. No bill.
Good point. That's a good point. He did take cover.
Also used a tree to stabilize his shots.
Yeah, that doesn't help. That doesn't hurt either if the tree's available. But no, I'll give some credit for that. And I'm no bill on it as well. Let's go to Chicago. See how FOID cards work.
Hey, drop it! Drop it! Shots fired! Shots fired! Drop the gun! Drop the fucking gun! He's gonna fucking shoot you, bitch! He's gonna fucking shoot you! Stop! Hey, motherfucker! Stop! Stop! Hey, motherfucker, stop! Bitch, I'm gonna fucking shoot you, bitch! Why you fucking there? You going right, you going right, you going right! Get down! Get down! Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired by police! Let the gun go! Let the fucking gun go! Let it go! Let it go! Let it go! Let it go! 71st place in Cyril! Let the gun go! Let the fucking gun go! Let the gun go! Let the fucking gun! Fuck off, bitch! Dry stun! Dry stun! I got dry stun! Dry stun! Dry stun! Dry stun! Zero. Let the fucking gun go, bitch! Put the fucking gun down! Hey, drop the fucking gun! Taser! Taser! Put the fucking gun down! Drop it! Dude, you let that gun go off, you're gonna get shot! I'm telling you! Watch it. Out of here, gun. Put him in cuffs right now! Weapon recovered. No! Get the fuck back! Get the fuck back! No, get the fuck back! Get back, bro! Negative in this one. Get back! I got the gun. Yes! Get back! What's up? Sorry, go. You worried about the wrong shit! Give me a fucking hand! Give me a fucking hand! Let us know if we can slow it down. Fucking bitch ass motherfucker! Well, what? Get the fuck back! Give me a fucking hand! Give me a fucking hand, bitch! You wanna fucking shoot at me, bitch? Give me a fucking hand! Give me a fucking hand! I got his hand right here. Give me time, give me time, give me time, baby. Get back! Over there! Don't fucking move, motherfucker! Me, you fucking pussy! Fuck you!
Another hand one.
Alright, and bring this up, boy, and is this related to the person with a gun? How did you guys already going?
Give me the other hand.
Hand! Wait, no, you don't have it. You don't have it.
No. Just bags of weed. Bags of weed. Over some weed, you did that shit, man? A gun, you fucking dumb motherfucker.
You fucking pussy. Fuck you.
Whatever, sure.
Flip him so I can check him.
Alright, we got a person shot.
Shut the fuck up.
364.
Get him up. Get the fuck up. Get the fuck up. Hey, relax. Chill. Chill.
Alright, clear the cars out of the fire for the ambulance. We got a person shot.
Is anybody shot?
Give us the 3 citywide. We got a person shot. 71st place and Fire.
You pointed your gun at us. Multiple fucking time. Anybody shot over there?
Hey, boy.
He let a round off at me. Multiple times. Fuck you, bitch.
7130. Get the street window right now.
Get him up. Hey, get the fuck up. Get the fuck up. Relax. We got him.
Everyone from recovery 24 hours. And then go ahead with it.
Drive with me, bro.
We got a wagon. Can we get the available gas wagon? You guys can head over to 71st Place Zero.
John 1215 zone 9 522.
Alright, 10-4. You guys keep the street clear. 71st Place Zero.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
Alright, 364. Is the person in custody? Is that the person that shot?
And breathe.
Shut the fuck up.
And breathe. Hey, take my cameras on the web.
Hey, Sarge, he's here. Hey, here.
He's not shot, right?
No, he's not here. Get up.
Can we give it a throw down?
Roll him and then sit him.
Get up. Get the fuck up. Acting like a fucking bitch.
Hold up.
Alright, you understand the citywide, but you have to respond to the 71st and 0 down, 71 and 0. Going down, but you can run that 71 and 0. We got a person shot.
This is Chicago, Derps.
Drop the gun! Drop the fucking gun!
Peter's burning something else, so I'll send it.
Again, Ron, the volume was a little loud. I turned it down a bit.
Let the gun go. Let the fucking gun go.
Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. 71st place in Cairo. Let the gun go. Let the fucking gun go. Let the gun go. Let the fucking gun. Fuck off, bitch. Dry son. Dry son. Zero.
Let the fucking gun go, bitch.
Put the fucking gun down and drop the fucking gun.
Taser.
Put the fucking gun down. Dude, you let that gun go off, you're gonna get shot. I'm telling you.
Let you.
Put him in cuffs right now. No, get the fuck back. Get the fuck back. No, get the fuck back. Get back, bro.
Negative on this one.
Get back.
I got the gun.
Good job.
Sorry, go.
You worried about the wrong shit. Give me your fucking hand.
let us know if we can slow it down.
Fucking bitch ass motherfucker.
Well, what?
Get the fuck back! Give me a fucking hand. Give me a fucking hand, bitch. You wanna fucking shoot at me, bitch? Give me a fucking hand. Give me a fucking hand. I got his hand right here. Give me contact. Give me contact. Back up. Hey. Over there.
Okay, 31st place in spiral. 7-1 place in spiral.
Don't fucking move, motherfucker. Shoot at me, you fucking pussy. Fuck you.
Alright, at 34 point, is this related to the person with a gun car that you guys are already going?
Hand. Wait, no, you don't have it. Y'all have it.
No. Just bags of weed. Over some weed, you did that shit, man? A gun, you fucking dumb motherfucker.
You fucking pussy. Fuck you.
Ambulance 4.
Whatever, show.
Flip him so I can check him. Alright, we got a person shot. 7-1 time. 364.
Get him up. Get the fuck up. Get the fuck up. Hey, relax. Chill.
We can... Alright, clear the cars out of the fire for the ambulance. We got a person shot.
Is anybody shot?
Give us the 3 citywide. We got a person shot. 71st place and spiral. 71st place and spiral.
Multiple fucking time. Anybody shot over there?
He let a round off at me.
Multiple times. Fuck you, bitch.
7130. Give the streamer up right now.
Get him up. Get the fuck up. Relax. We got him.
Everyone from recovery 24 hours. Go ahead with it.
We got a wagon.
Can we get the available wagon? You guys can head over to 71st place.
All right, we're gonna watch him drag him off here. Let's get on to the backstory on this. So he had a loaded Glock 40. Didn't have a FOID card, so that's an offense there, and some marijuana is what his charges were, along with evading arrest and all that kind of business. But let's go to Roger. I want to go to you first on this one. What do you think?
I'm going to send it to a grand jury or to yeah.
You're going to send it to trial?
Yeah. Excessive force. I have no sympathy for the dude, really, except for the fact that when you got other officers saying chill, and it got out of hand. And you know, we've watched a lot of officers get shot at, and this one just got out of hand, I think.
Wait, where are you, if you had to put your finger on where the excessive force was, where is it? And I'm playing the video back now where they just still don't have him in handcuffs.
Well, when you have like 5 guys punch, and I understand the submission punches right there. The kick to the head instead of the submissive, like those punches should be submissive. But when he kicked him to the head, and then you had other guys that were punching on him, and
does it change the way you look at that if he's still got his hand on a pistol?
No.
So even if the suspect has a hand on a gun, say again.
I know he's still fighting with the gun. I know he still has a gun in his hand. But the boot to the head, you know, like I said, the submission.
Okay, so you would hit this up with excessive force and send it to a jury. You would indict.
Yes.
For brutality, I guess, depending on the state.
Excessive force.
Excessive force. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll accept that. Fidji, what do you think?
I would not send that to a jury, but I would send that officer to training and kind of doing assessment on him. But I wouldn't send that. That's a no bill to me. It wouldn't be a no bill if if he hadn't shot at the officers, but he already brandished towards them, so I have to fuck around and find out. But I think that one officer was kind of too hot-headed. Was that anxiety? I'm not sure if that was like just adrenaline, full adrenaline, but he needs some training to. He's not helping the situation at all.
Okay. B, there was some rounds fired, but nobody was hit, whether it be suspect or officer. That no one was actually struck with a round. They were just making noise like they do in the movies. So it'd be a no bill for you, but you don't like what the officer that you shooting at me and calling him all the names. This is the officer we're talking about. Pidgey.
Yeah, the guy. Can't tell which one. I think it's the one with the white cap there. He was the one that kept getting like too overblown, and even his fellow officers thought so because they kind of kept telling him to calm down. They already had him, so he was just kind of. I don't know. You know, that's hard to call because when you're in that situation, like in a place like Chicago, but yeah, he's not helping the situation at all. In fact, he might be causing more problems.
Okay.
Is it the guy in the white cap or the guy who came to the side of him just now?
I believe it's a white shirt with a dark cap.
Okay.
But the
Yeah, I mean,
was the Malgus one. Yeah, the one I think we all know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to tactical. What do you think? Or Big Ron, maybe.
Yeah, it's going to be a no bill for me too. I'm kind of with some of the other comments though. The guy was extremely hot-headed on this. I get it. He just got shot at. Temperament in this job is really a big thing. But yeah, no bill for me.
Okay. Lawyer Joe, what do you think?
Oh, you know we're indicting this motherfucker. I'm with Roger. Just the one cop though. Just the one who was lost his ever-loving mind and was punching him and kicked him in the head while he was down. I don't care if he's right in there somewhere. That guy. That's the same guy who, when he got up, you shot at me, motherfucker, you bitch, you whatever. Look, I get being heated. You put your foot on his fucking head and then you're punching him. There were 5 or 6 guys on him. Absolutely not. I'm indicting that one right there in the left corner, or the left side all day long. The rest of them, like, especially the guy who's like, dude, calm down, we got him. I mean, I'd love to have a video like this for a civil case too. That guy is a walking lawsuit. Waiting, he's a walking lawsuit.
Okay, let's go back to the facts of this case. Not a civil lawsuit, but on a criminal aspect of this.
Yes.
Do you think how much force do you think the officers should be a reasonable person would use to restrain a person who's laying with their hand on a gun under their body?
I don't know any reasonable person who's going to think stomping on someone's head is okay. Not when it'd be different if you're the only person and that's all you have to work with, but you're not. No, if we consider a reasonable person someone who thinks it's okay to just stomp on a dude's head on the ground, yeah, that person's not reasonable. That's not a reasonable action.
Are you saying there's never a situation where stomping someone's head onto the ground might be just what is needed to be done?
That's what I just said. If there's a situation where you're the only person or you don't have backup, but there are 5 or 6 grown men. Some of them boys is pretty big. And this dude you're stepping on his head. No, that is not a situation where that is called for. And then doing that, punching him like that.
All those people are there. Hang on, but all those people are there, but yet that man is still not disarmed.
Well, then maybe they shouldn't be such bitches. I don't know what to say, but I am not stepping on his head and punching him like the way they did. You had tasers, you have pepper spray, you had all these things that you stick up fucking OC spray under the dude's face.
What if one of them had shot him because they couldn't get his hand off the gun?
That's not okay, like, either at that point. You had enough non-lethal tools to use
That's not the standard, though, is it, counselor?
Okay, well, it's not reasonable to step on dude's head. It's not reasonable to stomp on his head.
Is it reasonable to use deadly force to a suspect who has run from you, brandished a gun, pointed in your direction, and you get him to the ground, and he won't release the gun, he won't submit to being arrested, what's the level of force do you think is the top bar that an officer could use in that situation?
In this situation with this number of officers, that's
Yeah, exactly as you see it. I mean, the time doesn't change no matter how many officers. I mean, all the officers that are there,
are
yet
all of
they
them
still don't have
reasonably.
them disarmed.
They don't all reasonably fear for their life. I guarantee you, they don't. And like, I don't know. I keep thinking, I'm like, I'd love to get him in deposition, but I gotta look at it from. But just the one is absolutely losing his fucking mind. If the other guys weren't there, I
So
think
you're
they
saying the
probably.
force, you're saying the force, not the words come out of his mouth, but his actions. You're saying his actions are excessive force and not the just enough force used to take him into custody and disarm him.
Yes, stepping on his head and punching him the way he did is excessive.
Okay.
And I'd
So that's
indict just the
that's an
one guy,
indictment, right?
just the one, not the rest.
Okay. Jason, what do you think?
Working narcotics, I've actually been in this situation before, and it's scary having. I don't care how many big guys are on top of somebody, and you know that there's a gun under their belly. This is a no bill all day for me. Just being that I've lived it, it's not a fun position to be in, knowing that if the wrong move is made, that there's lethal threat under this guy, and you do whatever means necessary to effect the arrest safely. And I'd rather have somebody have a bruise than a gun to the back of their head. I get the image of this is really bad. It looks horrible, but been there, done that, and it's not fun for the cops. That knowing there's a live weapon under his belly, you have to affect the arrest.
Well, like I said, the punches didn't bother me. It's the actual stomping on the head, which could crack the skull. That's not a bruise on the head. A bruise on
He's
the
got
head.
he's got deadly force underneath him, and he's not cooperating. And until that gun is removed from his hand, everybody around him is in jeopardy. Again, it looks horrible. Looks doesn't mean non-justified. This guy could have given up. I mean, I no bill for me. Being that I've been in these spots before, and it's not fun for the cops. It's scary. And when you have all these big cops standing over him, and they're all scared because he has this gun, that's pretty telling to me. You go back to the reasonable person standard. You have 6, 7 reasonable people there surrounding him that are scared that this guy has a live weapon under him. So again, perception is one thing. It looks bad. It really does. I get what you guys are saying, but
Jason, out of all those guys, only that one decided to start stomping on his head and punching him. All the other guys were managing, but that guy is just, I think he went overboard. I think the rest did their jobs. I think they did it well. That guy, I think, went overboard.
Yeah, I'm billing that guy, but not the rest.
Okay.
That, to me, that act is excessive to be curb stomping somebody who's already being
with a live weapon underneath.
First off, he's not curb stomping him. He delivered blows with his hand and foot to the suspect's head, but he didn't curb stomp him.
My answer is no bill.
Okay, well, I want to get to the next video and give mine on this. Mine was absolutely a no bill. I would say unless they hit him after he capitulated, once he submitted, once he released the firearm and his hands were handcuffed and they struck him, I agree. That's excessive force. But I would say the force they used was just enough to get him into custody because that's what happened. And if that means some strikes about the head and the face, and I agree with Jason, as long as he's got it in possession of that firearm under the situation, in the circumstances that they're in right now, deadly force is justified. If there'd been maybe 1 or 2 officers less there, I've been okay with him shooting him in the head. So I would say absolutely no bill.
But
let's go to our last.
Right?
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just saying
explain to me how I'm incorrect.
I'm not. I'm just explaining to you that criminally, you're right. They probably wouldn't face any charges, but civilly, that one cop is getting sued. He's a liability to the department. Anyway, I'm just
civilly.
saying.
Well, first off, that guy had a gun pointed at him, so he's probably a little ramped up. Do I think he went a little further? Then I would think I would want to go, or I would want an officer around me going? Absolutely. I think he did. But he's not a criminal. He's still one of the good guys on the street that night, is my opinion. But I want to get to the last video. This is California.
I just want to say the criminal, he should have tried out for the NFL instead of become a criminal.
I don't think the cops were that fast. I don't think he'd make it in the NFL.
Well, he had some moves though.
Moves like Jagger.
He did have some slick lateral.
You're nervous?
movements.
Yeah, was
Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
okay. Let me talk to them first, and then we can talk. Is that okay? Were they here?
I was here first. Yes.
I just want you to know. What's in your jacket? I don't want. I'm kind of nervous for you handing your jacket like that. You're nervous? Yeah. Was.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Shots fired! Shots fired! Front of HQ! I got one at gunpoint. Avenida Mazatlan. Guns facing northbound. Send an ambulance. Hey! Night! Hey, I'm hurt. I'm stabbed. Multiple places. On both arms.
That's a nice little cut in the shirt. All right, everybody catch what happened there. The suspect who was later dispatched did a strong-armed robbery at a store and stole a box of kitchen knives, removed the chef's knife out of it, goes to a local police station. Let me go back here. I think we were talking when this first kicked off. He goes to the police station and he rings the call bell. I'll try to get it in frame here. See it right there to the left. He hits the call bell for an officer to come out and talk to him. An officer comes out, but those two people that are blurred out, they were there first, and that's who the officer's actually coming to talk to. So listen to the interchange they have here. So I don't know what's being said now, but the officer's trying to figure out who called, and I think he's determined that these
Let me talk to them first, and then we can talk. Is that okay? Were they here?
I was here first. Yes.
I just want you to know. What's in your jacket? I don't want. I'm kind of nervous for you handing your jacket like that. You're nervous? Yeah. Was.
So that's provocation. That officer and that person has never met before. He rings the bell and stabs first officer that comes out. So I think he was targeting police officers that day. But Roger, what do you think about this?
No bill.
Suspect dies.
No bill.
Okay. Tactical engineer, what do you think?
A suicide by cop, no bill.
Suicide by cop's ass. He stabbed that cop, trying to kill a cop.
That's true. That's trying to kill a cop.
That's
a random cop at that. So
that's old West justice right there. Self-defense.
Yep. Yeah. That's just clear-cut self-defense. You're right.
Thank you, Tactical. Go ahead, Fidgy.
Yeah, this is no bill. I mean, he had life. He was, no bill.
Very well, Big Ron.
100% no bill.
Lawyer Joe, what do you think, Lawyer Joe?
Oh yeah, absolutely no bill. The cop got stabbed. I would like to point something out. That cop actually got stabbed. He got cut, and he still maintained like some amount of control. He backed up. He was able to tell the other cops, I'm hurt. Here's in an ambulance. The guy had his shit together, and I don't know what dude's problem is, why he's stabbing him with a kitchen knife, but absolutely no bill.
It looks like he may have gotten caught in his in his vest. I think we're looking at the vest carrier there. What do you think, Jason?
I'm sorry, I got to step away, but no bill for me.
Yeah, no bill for me. I think the officer did a fine job. It was a weird whole situation that nobody should have to deal with, police officer or not. Folks, that's our show. I appreciate everyone attending, and I love your comments on the side. And I want to thank my guest for taking the time out to come in and go through this chit chat and banter with us. But give us about 20 minutes on X. We'll kick off an after party. We can keep talking about this. We can jump into something else that's ridiculous to talk about, but we will rush in there with a straight face and talk about it. I want to thank everybody.
Hello.
No.
And did you ever get any money from Maya Lansky?
I never got money from any of those fellas.
None of those
None of those fellas. None of these that I've been reading about, and none that I knew. They never gave me anything.
None of the Shennies?
No. I don't even speak to it. I mean, I met that Charlie once or twice. I don't even talk to him.
You don't like it?
No.
Night Court with Joe Lanou, live on X.
Also known as Duck Corella.
I refuse to answer on the grounds of made intent to
You got any business?
I refuse to answer on the grounds of intent to criminate.
You have any profession?
I refuse to answer on the grounds of made intent
You have
to
any
criminate.
occupation?
I refuse to answer on the grounds of made intent
Are
to
you a
criminate.
known racketeer?
I refuse to answer on the grounds of